What's going on? So Aja Wilson put up historical numbers for the WNBA last night. 35 points, 10 rebounds, 5 steals. Assists. Aja Wilson been bad for years. She came out of college from South Carolina, helped them lead them to a title. She won numerous awards. She's been a back-to-back champion. She's won Finals MVP, League MVP. She's the best player in the WNBA, but they don't give no coverage to it. If only she were white, they'd probably be building statues for Aja Wilson. This goes on all the time. Serena and Venus had to go through it 20 years ago with Anna Cornucopia, who was a model who was messing with the Ricky Iglesias, and they wanted, they wanted a vanilla bar so bad. It didn't matter how talented you were. Got to have a white counterpart, because that's with everything in pop culture. Brothers been dealing with it forever. You're seeing it happening more in the sports world, especially with black women and white counterparts, because this whole Caitlin Clark thing, which blew up on ESPN and how it became such a big story and all that going on. But when you have someone that's putting up the numbers, they're dominating. I mean, I don't think people understand how great Aja Wilson is. I'm watching her movement. On the outside, she takes the rock, and it's like watching a female version of David Robinson, because she's so wiry and lithe, and just got such a fluid, like a figure skater movement. But then will bust your cakes on the box and give you the dream shake, Hakeem Olajuwon style. Got incredible balance, not traveling, good with and without the rock, knows how to hit spots, got a sick fadeaway, can shoot. Why isn't she getting more coverage? Why isn't there more shoe endorsements for her? Why isn't there more notoriety for her? She plays for Las Vegas Aces. Now let's look at this. Professional sports in Vegas is a happening thing, even though they don't want to encourage gambling. Wink, wink. Even though you can't help but bet on sports. Aja Wilson is doing the thing. I'm watching her play, and I'm like, well, what's your excuse for not covering her? You know? And you can't say she's an attractive woman, because she is. And see, that's another thing they use as a criteria, that they want to say some of the women don't look, you know, as feminine or as soft and gentle. Well, she doesn't have that problem. So what's your problem with her? I want to know. What is it? Because Aja Wilson is the truth. When you blocking shots, taking on the team's best player, coming down, facilitating, setting up screens, picks and rolls, playing fundamental basketball. Why she ain't getting more attention? Well, we already know how racist the industry is. We know that ESPN Plantation, they gonna talk about Aja Wilson. We know McNutt's gonna sit there and talk crazy to Stephen A. Smith, and they're gonna go on about it. They're not gonna make this a topic, because it's all about promoting the Vanilla Burbs and Caitlin Clark's non-happening behind right now. Meanwhile, you got the best player in the league making a historical 35 and 10 and 5 night. Now think how long the WNBA's been around. We're talking almost 30 years. And that's a first. You got to get that woman her flowers. You got to give her due. If they want to spend around time talking about Caitlin Clark's behind, that's on them. But Aja Wilson is where you should be talking about, because she's doing the thing, and I do watch. I'm a fan of sports, period, male or female. Ain't no closed minded with it. Because I tell anybody, I say, look, when Serena Williams was dominating, I was watching. When her and Venus, I just didn't like them playing against each other. But Serena's game blew my mind. She's the baddest female tennis player, and I think she's one of the greatest tennis players, period, male or female. If you're great, you're great. Bottom line. I'm not going to even sit there. And basketball has always been something that I've always, gravitated anyway. But they need to give and Angel Wilson got a better dream shake and movement than some guys I see in the NBA, because they don't actually practice that shake, drop, bake move like that. They do it from the perimeter. Like I'll see Luca or Jason Tatum and them trying to frail to get the refs to call, or they'll try to feint in and pull a Fred Sanford and hope they get a whistle. They do all that on the high perimeter. She's down there in the box doing it the way it's supposed to be done. You should get his soul sister her due. And that was a heck of a performance. But why isn't it being talked about? She got the wrong complexion for the direction, and they don't sell no tickets. And they know, like we all know, they're not paying the WNBA that much mind unless they can get the great white hype and hope. That's what it all comes down to. But this is a shame because this is one of the baddest athletes going today and that I've seen in the last 20 years, if I'm honest. Because her dominance, and if you look at her resume, I don't think you have to question how good she is. It's facts speak for themselves. But tell me what you think. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like them out. Peace.